More on the assault on Kobani and the Peshmerga fighters getting ready to battle ISIL. We speak with former U.S. Ambassador to Bahrain, Adam Ereli. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome back to the show. You know, as you heard in our report, the Peshmerga fighters are in Turkey on their way to cross the border into Kobani. Do you think they'll have an immediate impact, or what kind of impact could these additional reinforcements have? Well, as your reporter said in her piece,
I think what this tells you is that air power alone is insufficient to turn the tide of battle. This is something that American defense officials have been saying for a long time, and the fight in Kobani, I think, makes it clear that you cannot take and hold territory without putting boots on the ground. So these fighters, both Kurdish as well as Free Syrian Army, are absolutely critical. And the fact that they're going in there is a good thing and a necessary thing. The composition of the fighters, whether they be Peshmerga from Iraq or the Kurds who are around Kobani, or they be Free Syrian Army, reflects a lot of the political divisions within the coalition itself. Turkey has problems with some of the Kurds around Kobani because they were affiliated with the PKK, which is waging an insurgency in Turkey. So I think what you can see in the different groups is a political settlement to let one group of Kurds come in to keep another group out. And all of that, frankly, is a warning sign. It's a warning sign that the international coalition is fractured and suffers from a lack of common approach. The good news is Turkey's letting them in. The bad news is there are still, I think, cracks in this coalition.
Let's pull the coalition aside and just look at this group of fighters from different areas that make up this core group fighting in Kobani. Can they get it done on their own? Can they overcome ISIL and without help from these coalition forces?
I think they are getting help. I mean, look, the arms that the Peshmergas are getting are coming through the coalition from the Iraqis. The arms, the tactical support, the reconnaissance and targeting, all of this is part of a coordinated effort. And remember, tactical battlefield intelligence is in the hands of people with eyes in the sky, people who are facilitating communications among different forces. So I think it would be wrong to suggest that this isn't part of a very complex, coordinated effort at the tactical level. The divisions that I'm talking about are really at the strategic political level when you talk about aims and outcomes.
And let's take this a step further. Speaking of complicated issues, let's go to Iraq now, where ISIL seems to be making headway, making gains there. We're not hearing a lot from the Iraqi government or even the Syrian government regarding what's happening in Kobani.
Sure. You raise a very good point. Let's not focus all our attention on Kobani because this is a multi-front conflict. It's being waged in Kobani, it's being waged in Mosul, it's being waged in Al-Anbar province in the west of Iraq. ISIL is threatening the gates of Baghdad. So just because we've got a big fight on our hands in Kobani doesn't mean we don't have some problems elsewhere. And the question about the Iraqi government is a good one. Just like you need the boots on the ground in Kobani to turn the tide of battle, where are the boots on the ground in Iraq? Until now, the Iraqi army has not had the capacity, the capability to actually take the fight to ISIS or ISIL, and that is troublesome. American officials, General Allen and others say, General Dempsey say it's going to take time to train them up and get them battle ready, which is a shame since we've spent billions of dollars and a lot of time and effort to do that, but Maliki undid it all. But in the meantime, until they're ready, is ISIL going to stand still? Absolutely not.
All right, Ambassador Ereli, we appreciate your time and your insight. Thank you so much for joining us here on the show.
My pleasure.